Alright, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is the Heavenly Father, and Yahweh Shai is the Son of the living power, the Messiah, which these are the true names of the Most High and His only begotten Son in the ancient Hebrew tongue, and Lashon Kodash, which means holy language. Also want to give double honors to the elder apostles at Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and blessings unto the elect, and salute and shalom to the fellow laborers in His truth. Right, and Yahweh Rakazah, this video is edifying. Right, and I wanted to touch on what the elder said, basically on how we have this treasure in our earthen vessels, which is that earthen vessel is this body, man. And it's a state that we're in. This body that we're in. This earthly body. Right? We have this wisdom and knowledge and understanding in these earthly vessels, man. And that's all through the power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All glory is to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, not to us. We ought not to glory of ourselves, because this is not a thing, where we got this, this truth by our own selves, But it's also ultimately it's all through the mercy of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, right? Because it says in the Book of Psalms, mercy and truth are met together. So ultimately, when you receive this truth, that's you receiving mercy, man. And all whom the Lord is going to give, give mercy to, they're going to have this knowledge at the end of the day. Where I have a couple of scriptures to start this lesson off, and Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 4, verse 6. Then he answered and spake unto me, saying, this is the word of Yahweh unto Zerubbabel, saying, not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, saith Yahweh of hosts. Right, so it's the valley of, the dry bones, the dead bones, has become a great army on the earth, which is Israel being destitute of knowledge and understanding. Soon, now gaining knowledge and gathering together and conversing with one another, with this truth, conversing with one another with this truth, man, this knowledge. You have Black, Latino, and Native Indians all over the earth now waking up to this truth, being enlightened. Their eyes is being enlightened or illuminated through this knowledge. And that's all through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. It says, not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, saith Yahweh of hosts. Now, we could will, we can desire and seek after knowledge and understanding and truth our whole life and may not find it. But here it is, the weak, the powerless, the poor, the needy, the widow, which are ultimately the Black, Latino, and Native Indians, getting this knowledge freely, man, without cost, without effort, how many of you brothers came across this truth, on a whim? Just came across the video, came across the brothers teaching this truth. That's the Lord stretching out His hands to you, and it's all thanks to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and all glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Because ultimately this is the Most High's movie. Yahweh is the author of this reality, of this existence. He knew what was going to happen before the beginning, man. Isaiah chapter 48, verse 9, it says, for my name's sake will I defer my anger. Right, so ultimately for the Lord's name's sake, for his mercy's sake, he's, putting all of his anger towards us. Because for a moment, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai chastised us, which was, slavery and all the captivities of Israel. The so-called Negroes going upon slave ships, becoming slaves, the Hispanics and, the Latin tribes and the indigenous tribes going through their own thing as well, going through their, different captivities as well, by the hands of the so-called white man and by other nations. That was the Lord's anger, but the Lord now is putting off his anger, with, towards, a small remnant, if you will. So it says, for my name's sake. So it's all for the Lord's name's sake, man. It's all, what's mentioned in the book of Romans. In fact, let's get that real quick. Con. Alright, Con. Romans chapter 9, verse 22. It says, what if the Most High willing to show his wrath and to make his power known? And he's going to show his wrath and make his power known by destroying the wicked, man, and the 2/3 of Israel. Right? It says, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction. And that he, right, that's the point I wanted to get, and that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which are the so-called Black, Latino, Native Indians and the 12 tribes of Israel that's coming back to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, which is known as the 1/3, the innumerable number of believers, man. The 1/3 of remnant, which means small amount, a small portion of. So 1/3 of Israel are the vessels of mercy, man. So and basically the Lord is going to make the Lord is going to make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, on the elect. So basically this is really a show, So it's for the it's for the Lord's name's sake, man, that we're being saved. It says endured, Salaki says, which he had afore prepared unto glory, even us whom he hath called, not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles. So the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is putting off his anger, if you will. It says, Isaiah chapter 48, verse 9, for my name's sake will I defer mine anger, and for my praise will I refrain for thee, that I cut thee not off. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is not going to destroy us utterly. He's also going to stretch out his hand, which he have done, and which he's doing now. By what? Sending forth his prophets and teach his apostles to teach this word to those that are willing to hear it. That's him stretching out his hand. Verse 10 says, behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver. Now, how is we being refined? By this word, man. We're being refined by this word, man. This word, this word is purging us, if you will. Cleansing us. Through thy truth, sanctify them, man. And we're being sanctified, we're being renewed in the knowledge of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. It says, but not with silver. It says, behold, I have refined thee, but not with silver, And we're being, basically, the elect is being covered by the blood of Yahweh Shai. By the blood of Yahweh Shai, man. The elect is being redeemed by the blood of Yahweh Shai. We're being redeemed by the blood of Yahweh Shai. Not with earthly things or temporal things, but by something internal and incorruptible. The blood of Yahweh Shai. It says, I have chosen thee in the furnace of affliction for my own name. It says, for my own sake. So the Lord is saving us for his own sake, man. For his name's sake, man. You gotta remember that, man. This is mercy. It says, for my own sake, even for mine own sake, will I do it. So we have this treasure, this knowledge in these earthly vessels, that the glory of God may be manifested. That glory may be given to God, man. It says, for how should my name be polluted? Yeah, it's all about the Lord's name not being polluted. It says, and I will not give my glory unto another. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is definitely not going to give his glory unto us, man. Of course we're going to have our glory, but Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is not going to give his glory unto us. He's the Heavenly Father. He run this show. Everything is going to go according to his pleasures. Whatever he has appointed for us will be given to us and will be done. Verse 12 says, hearken unto me, O Jacob and Israel, my called. I am he. I am the first. I also am the last. And that's Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the first and the last, man. Yahweh is the Alpha and the Omega. Yahweh Shai is the Alpha and the Omega as well. The first and the last, man. That's the title that Yahweh Shai also holds as well. Alpha and Omega. Alpha means first or the beginning. Omega means last as well. Or end. Right, Salaki. Alright, so let's go to the book of 2 Corinthians real quick. Second Corinthians chapter 4, verse 3. It says, but if our gospel be hid, it is hid from them or to them that are lost. So if this knowledge is hid, it is hid to them that are lost, and to those that are ultimately going to be destroyed. Verse 4 says, in whom the Most High of this, let's read it again. In whom the God of this world had blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Mashiach, who is the image of God, should shine unto them. Yeah, this knowledge is the light of the glorious gospel of Yahweh Shai. It says, this is the light, this is the life. Let's jump down to verse 6. This is the point we're going to get. It says, but we have this, Salaki, let's get verse 6. It says, for the Most High who commanded the light to shine out of darkness. And this Yahweh, and how did Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai command the light to shine out of darkness? He did it by what? First, imbuing the prophets, enlightening the prophets with this knowledge, illuminating them, basically giving them the knowledge. And they were set up to teach the truth in this dark world. The darkness is this world, is this earth. It tells you in the book of Isaiah chapter 60, the earth grows darkness, darkness covered the earth. Loosely paraphrased, it says, have shined in our hearts, right, in our minds. So this knowledge is shining in our minds, man. It's, basically, we have this knowledge, man. It says to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of God in the face of Yahweh Shai Mashiach. But we have this treasure in earthen vessels, which is this body. It's a state that we're in. This treasure represents this gospel, this knowledge. It says that the excellency of the power, may be of God and not of us. So the excellency of the power is of God and not of us, man. This is not through our own will, but it's through the will of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. So the excellency of the power is of God, man, and not of us, man. And we gotta acknowledge that. Let's go to the book of